Okay, so Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I thought maybe today I look at some of the bigger questions, right? And the bigger question is, well, what is the ultimate? What is ultimate reality? What's it all about? Ultimately, what's it all about? Big question. What are you doing here? Now in life, what's it been about? What have you? What are you here for? And mother would say, well, to have children. Father would say, to father children, to farm, whatever. But do you think there may be another purpose? And that's where I want to start the question today, right? Now, if you think about it, it's like every flower is synchronized with a certain kind of insect. So it sees the flower and it can have that pollen, the nectar. So you'll find early when you have snowdrops, they're all white. So there are insects that can only see white. And then as it goes yellow, you have insects that can see yellow and white, and then purple and so on and so forth. So everything seems to have a purpose. Everything fits in. There's like an intelligence behind it. And then the question arises that do you feel that you as a human being is just an add-on to this whole process? You just like added onto it? Or are you baked in the cake? Are you part and parcel of the cake? And I would like to perhaps open this up a bit and say, all right, well, let's consider this with our analytical mind. And the analytical mind is the science mind, the mind that breaks things up. So he says, well, everything that you see around you, no matter what it is, consists of one of these five things. It's either solid or liquid, or it's like a plasma like flame, or it's like a gas like air, or it's space. Space has to exist for you to be in it, isn't it? Has to be there. The earth has to exist for you to be in it. And all of this has to be there in order for you to participate in it. Already exists, already in place, like your parents did, their parents did, and like many future generations will. So when you consider that everything consists of these five elements, none of these elements are yours. You didn't bring them from anywhere. You say, well, I'll have I don't know, 70 years worth of breaths, please, or food, or the food you're going to eat tomorrow. It's already being processed, it's already in place. So you begin to realize that the birds, the fish, the plants, the plankton, the bacteria, every single thing doesn't really worry about tomorrow. Doesn't start collecting food today or whatever because it's concerned about tomorrow. Only when it needs, it understands that the season's about to change. It'll collect something to get it through the season, not for the rest of its life. So you begin to realize, well, every single thing in this world is being nurtured, has it's provided with food, and every single thing that exists has a process in which it begins, it grows, and then it slowly dissolves, like an ice cube. But this ice cube has to come from somewhere. So here is a little analogy that may help. So if you consider the substance of all existence like an ocean, right? An ocean. And this ocean is an ocean of consciousness. What does that mean? That means it knows that it is. Like you know you, it knows that it is. And it has awareness of things. Out of this ocean arises a huge number of waves. And amongst those waves, there are other waves. And some are clashing and some are moving, but they're all made out of the same water, the same ocean. They come out of nothing and then merge back into nothing, simply to go back and then replay the same thing again, but in a different way. So you begin to realize that everything is a rhythm, everything is cyclic, everything has a start, middle, end, start, middle, end. All of these five elements pre exist before you were on the sea, and after you're off, still exist. None of these anyone's made, they pre exist. These are the components that get together to make the wave. These five, sometimes two, sometimes three, sometimes four, sometimes five. And they get together, and as they become the wave, they become aware of themselves. But they consider, I'm the wave. Never consider they're the ocean. Never see that they're the ocean. And then throughout their life, they're frantically trying to hold on, trying to make the wave stronger, make the wave collect things. Yeah? Because the wave will somehow remain here for longer if it collects stuff: houses, cars, money, friends, titles, whatever. Make itself stronger. Politicians, you look at them now. Yeah? More votes, stronger, become stronger, just so they can remain. They can remain. But the reality is, everything that starts has a process and it dissolves. Now, if we realize this as a reality, then many things around us begin to change. Things that we thought were important before may not be as important, but things that you didn't really consider much are all of a sudden really important. No? Once you realize that actually, if anyone wanted to ask you, people ask me this question: oh, you're always telling us who are you? Who are you? Well, who are you then? And I've always resisted saying what I feel I am. But if you analyze what you are, you will realize you're a moment of awareness here and now. And that's all there is. Neither the body, nor the mind, nor the relationships, nothing. Just awareness. Here and now. And once we begin to recognize that this is it, this is the ocean, never changes. And if we attach ourselves, become identified with the ocean, then there are other things that begin to emerge: trust, strength, not necessary, and acceptance. The ocean determines what happens to the wave with the conditions around it. The wave doesn't. As much as we'd like to think we're in control, as much as like we to think we're in control, which is the illusion of the ego, that I'm in control. But your 70 trillion cells in your body, each one working out 100,000 different reactions every given minute, isn't asking you. You're not involved in it. You're a happening. And in the happening, there's an acceptance. All is as it needs to be and as it should be. And that's a hard pill to swallow, especially when you see the carnage that we have around the world at the moment. But what can you do to stop it? Ask yourself, and you will realize, apart from intention, which may motivate you to take some action, very little. But you can change your attitude. You can make it important. So I started off, what is the purpose? And people ask this question: does life have a purpose or a meaning? Look, every single moment is meaningful if you make it meaningful. It could be eating a pizza. If you're really hungry, it's a meaningful act. It doesn't have to be sitting on the top of a mountain and finding God. If you want a meaningful life, then make something meaningful in a day. Could be your meditation, could be sitting with your child, could be having a good cup of coffee. But little bits of meaningful acts create days of meaningfulness. And days become weeks, and weeks become life. Don't look for a purpose, become the purpose by simply looking at life for what it is, a gift in the here and now. Yeah. So, how do you access the ultimate? The ultimate can only be accessed from the immediate. Okay. So, what does that mean? What that means is, if you want to know what the ocean's about, meditation allows you to get to the ocean. That's what meditation does. Because the wave, from the wave awareness, you slowly come out of the wave awareness, my body, my thoughts, my emotions, all of that. You come out of all of that. And when you settle down, what do you feel? Peace, contentment, silence. Isn't that what the ocean is? What heaven is? Isn't that what it means to be to be satisfied just for that moment? And this is how we open the door to the ultimate, by going and knocking on the door every day through our meditation. Go there, sit, be present to your experience, and you will realize you are at the doorway. And the door opens. You just need to sit in that. Don't need to do much. Yeah? The wise people say that the one you're seeking is already seeking you. And human life is that. We're in search of something, but we don't know what. And all our search is externalized. Things, people, all this stuff. It's externalized. We're searching for something, but we don't know what. We don't know. What you're searching for is yourself. So there's a great story. So people say, well, you're searching for God, you're searching for self, whatever the words are. It is said that when Creator created its creation and then called all the angels and all that kind of stuff and said, well, look, where can I hide? He said, well, you go and hide in the rocks. He said, no, no, no. Mankind will come into the rocks. He said, well, where shall I hide? Tell you what, go and hide in the ocean. No, no, no. Mankind will come into the ocean. Where can I hide? Go and hide in space. Mankind will find me there. Where can I hide where man will never look? When I say man, man and woman. He said, go and hide inside them. They'll never look there. And that's what we are. That's what we are. We search for everything, but we don't know what we're searching for. And this meditation, doesn't matter how you get there, there are many ways, Sufi dancing, this, that, and the other, but this meditation allows us to get to that ultimate reality doorway. Nothing else will matter. Trust me. Nothing else does matter. Life is beautiful, and you love and you care and you nurture, but you need to find your peace as well. Because if you're at that contentment, all is good. But if you're disturbed, then even peaceful things are not peaceful. Okay, okay, let's do some meditation. So, how do we access the ultimate? You access it through the immediate. So, normally we just begin with our posture. You're going to pull your back up and upright. You're going to pull your shoulders back. And you just notice if your chest feels open or it feels contracted. And then pull your chin in slightly. And then as you breathe in, Bring your focus to the physical body itself. And you want to notice any discomfort, any discomfort. So it could be a pain or an ache or a tightness or an itch. So this is about you. This is you becoming aware of what's going on with you at the moment. So we'll start with the physical body. And then to get a deeper insight into the sensations, use a hula hoop above your head. And as this hoop comes down, you begin to scan your body for sensations. And as you reach right at the bottom, notice what's present in the body: pain, ache, tightness, and itch. Next breath in, bring your focus now to the seat you're on. And we're going to allow ourselves to be located.